Presenting our marketing analysis for Tertill, the fully autonomous solar-powered garden weeding robot. While the product was officially discontinued last week, for the purposes of this project, we'll be analyzing and making recommendations as if it were still actively sold in the marketplace. Before we dive into the details of our analysis, we want to start with a quick snapshot of where Tertill stands today, what we found in our research, and then the key recommendations we believe could strengthen its market presence and profitability. Our analysis shows that Tertill occupies a unique niche in automated garden maintenance, with strengths like solar-powered autonomy and brand credibility from its Roomba co-inventor. Our target market is the home gardening niche consisting of suburban homeowners with small gardens who are eco-conscious, enjoy gardening, and maybe older adults or people with limited mobility seeking convenience. Right now, awareness is low and distribution is limited to online sales. Our key recommendations are to expand into selective retail partnerships using seasonal demos and rental options to increase exposure and strengthen digital marketing with both rational and emotional appeals. On pricing, we suggest a tiered model ranging from $249 to $449, paired with financing or subscription plans to make the product more accessible while maintaining margins.
In analyzing our product and company, we examined the 5 C's. This will guide us as we develop our marketing plan to increase consumer interest and sales of Tertill. First, we will consider the customers. Customers may be home gardeners with characteristics such as age 40 plus, having a disposable income, or health and physical limitations, or they have a desire for low maintenance gardening. This contributes to the desire for ease of use. Customers may also need to reduce bending and kneeling, pain and time, or desire an eco-friendly alternative, and this contributes to the increased desire for automation and efficiency. The company is innovative, having long-term success with the Roomba vacuum. However, it has slow growth with product sales. Collaborators are that the company merged with Harvest Automation, and inventor Helen Greiner, who is the co-inventor of Roomba, helps with Tertill. Competitors in this market include traditional gas-powered or electric tillers who do a more thorough job, or landscaping companies who will come and do the work for the customers. The context or climate. Currently, there is a growth of automating simple, everyday tasks and technology development that improves efficiency. And there are also fewer consumers with green space. Now we will use SWOT analysis. We'll identify ways Tertill can turn its weaknesses into strengths and its threat into opportunities. Strengths are its ease of use, it's automatic and efficient, innovative, and having long-term success with Roomba, as well as a unique product with low maintenance. Its weaknesses are slow growth of product sales, limited awareness, only works in a small garden or plot size, and performance limitations. Its opportunities are for the home gardener, for those desiring automation and efficiency in everyday tasks, with older generations and an aging population, and market interest is growing with automation. The threats are traditional gas or electric powered tillers, more thorough competitors, and fewer consumers with green space, as well as seasonality and economic downturn. One weakness that Tertill can turn into a strength is limited awareness. Few consumers are aware of the Tertill and its capabilities. Generating a market plan that increases exposure to consumers will help Tertill overcome this weakness. One threat that Tertill has encountered is its more powerful and thorough competitors. Tertill can capitalize on this threat by advertising to consumers in patio homes and city dwellers with small patio gardens who don't need or want to store a larger, more powerful tiller. Increasing awareness and advertising to a wider consumer base will help Tertill to increase customer interest.
Assessment of segmenting and targeting customers. According to Forbes, Tertill saw a 600% sales increase during the pandemic, driven by a surge in home gardening and DIY landscaping. The Tertill weeding robot is best positioned for the home gardening segment, using a concentrated targeting strategy on one specific niche group. Tertill should focus on eco-conscious suburban homeowners interested in gardening and who are older adults or people with limited mobility, seeking a convenient, environmentally friendly way to keep their garden weed-free. Tertill is not designed for large-scale commercial farms with vast acreage or row crops.
Assessment of product positioning. When we look at Tertill's place in the garden maintenance market, it's clear they've positioned themselves as an innovative, eco-friendly solution. Their primary customers are homeowners and hobby gardeners who want something that's convenient, yet automated, durable. Essentially, they want a set it and forget it type of help for their garden. But to really understand how Tertill competes, we need to break it down into 2 categories: points of parity and points of differentiation. Points of parity, or POPs, are the features that Tertill shares with other products in this category. These make sure it's seen as a legitimate alternative to both manual tools and professional landscaping help. For example, it can weed effectively. It also runs on battery power, it's weather resistant, and it moves autonomously. All of these are capabilities customers would expect to see in the space. Now, on the other hand, points of differentiation, or PODs, are what make Tertill truly stand out. Its solar charging capability means there's no need to plug it in. It's purpose-built for home gardens rather than these commercial landscape tools. It's simple to set up and requires little to no upkeep, and most importantly, it's eco-friendly. That means no fuel, no chemicals, just clean, sustainable operation. In short, the POPs keep Tertill competitive, while the PODs give it a clear edge in the market. Now that we've looked at Tertill's POPs and PODs, it's also important to understand how these play into its vertical and horizontal positioning. Vertical positioning is really about doing the same thing differently to be better than the competition, and in Turtle's case, it still performs the core task of weeding, just like a manual hoe or chemical spray would, but it does it in a more consistent, tireless, and eco-friendly way. It saves users time, reduces exposure to these harsh chemicals, it saves money, and requires zero maintenance. Compared to the alternative of hard labor or hiring a landscaper, it's definitely an upgrade in convenience and sustainability. Horizontal positioning is really about doing something different to be better than the competition. Here, Turtle really breaks away from the rest of the group. There's no other mainstream product offering a fully autonomous, waterproof, AI guided weeding robot for household gardens. It works year round with minimal human input, zero complaining, and delivers a new type of gardening experience that conventional tools and services just really can't even match. In summary, Turtle's product vertical positioning beats traditional weed control in convenience, consistency, and eco friendliness, while its horizontal positioning sets it apart entirely by offering a robotic approach that's unmatched in today's market.
To understand promotion through digital marketing, we must first start with the pyramid of communication objectives. Currently, Turtle is at the knowledge and awareness levels. We must introduce and educate the audience first before we move up the pyramid. There's an increased market size, meaning there's potential opportunity for growing awareness. It's estimated that the lawn and garden robot market is expected to grow 16.5 at an annual growth rate from 2026 to 2033. This market size is estimated at $2 billion in 2026. The growth signals that consumers are increasingly aware and learning about robotics. We recommend using the rational appeals to help educate what Turtle is and to highlight these tangible benefits like time saved and being hands-free. We can also pair this with emotional appeals that will show the joys of gardening without back pain and the ease of low-maintenance gardening. Additionally, we can have a recommended strategy of using outbound and inbound channels, as well as social media ones. The conversion goals that we have used and prepared for Turtle's website is to correlate with this pyramid. This would be to encourage visitors to watch product demo videos, to increase the purchase intent, and to educate the audience of how to use Turtle. We can measure this through the click-through rate of key website pages and engagement metrics on the introduction and demo videos. Overall, the current value proposition and what we recommend moving forward for Turtle is the product that weeds your vegetable garden for you.
I'll start with how Turtle currently delivers value through its placement or distribution strategy. Turtle is sold through online channels, mainly their official website and Amazon. During the original retail launch, the base price was set at $349. However, as of this month, the company has discontinued the product and cleared out remaining stock at a heavily discounted price of $75 before selling out. From a channel stewardship perspective, the structure leans toward a highly selective online-only model with no evidence of brick-and-mortar retail partnerships. This approach lowers overhead and simplifies logistics, but it also means the product misses out on physical visibility, hands-on demos, and impulse purchases. Overall, limited customer exposure, reliance on only a few platforms, and vulnerability to inventory disruptions. In fact, the Amazon listing often showed the product as unavailable before the discontinuation of the product. If Turtle were to relaunch, there's an opportunity to diversify placement. Selective partnerships with garden retailers like Home Depot or Lowe's could give the customers the chance to interact with the product before buying. Seasonal pop-up displays or demo stations at garden centers and local fairs could build awareness. For price-sensitive or seasonal gardeners, offering a rental or subscription model could help expand reach while keeping inventory manageable. Now let's look at how Turtle's pricing strategy aligns with the value pricing concepts from our reading and lectures. Turtle originally retailed for $349 for the base unit, with occasional discounts bringing it closer to $299. Using the value pricing framework, we start with true economic value. The next best alternative to Turtle is manual weeding, which a source estimates could take about 17 hours per season. If we assume $15 per hour for labor, that's about $255 of value annually, and that's before factoring in convenience or the benefit of consistent weed control. Since Turtle is solar-powered, operating costs are negligible, which increase its value proposition over time. Price sensitivity for Turtle is moderate. It's a fairly unique product with few direct competitors, which reduces price pressure. It's not mission critical and can be compared to alternatives like robot vacuums or robotic lawnmowers. Reference pricings exist in the $300 to $350 range, so discounts can significantly influence buying decisions. Profitability, we can apply the break-even framework from class. If we assume a $349 selling price and a variable cost of about $100 per unit, the unit margin is $249. With estimated fixed costs of $500,000 a year, Turtle will need to sell just over 2,000 units annually to break even. Going forward, a tiered pricing strategy could help Turtle. For example, a basic model at $249 could include only the core weeding function, while a $349 mid-tier model might add the solar panel and app integration, and a $449 model could be a premium bundle that includes accessories and an extended warranty. Financing and subscription models like $30 a month or seasonal rentals could lower the perceived risk, attract budget-conscious customers, and still maintain healthy unit margins.